Hey, welcome back to the Kinder Outdoors Camp House. I'm Billy Kinder, front door to the camp house, brought to you by Fortiflora, America's #1 canine probiotic. Big day. We're going to go dove hunting a little bit with the old dove blaster, David Gray. Hey, dove season coming up September 1st here in Texas, and in most states, September 1 is kickoff day, so it's right around the corner. If it's not September 1, it's shortly thereafter. And this guy is all about the doves. They're on his mind 365 days a year. It's the old dove blaster himself, David Gray. Welcome back, David. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Billy, how you doing? I'm doing good on this end.
I'm good. I can only imagine with dove season just a few days away now that you are up to your elbows trying to get everything organized and ready to go, because you always do it up big, brother.
I'll tell you what, you got to. You either got to go big or just go home. So we try to go big every single time.
In a nutshell, tell everybody what Dove Blasters is.
Well, what it is it's a company that organizes dove hunts, but the key to it is we do everything through the mobile app, and it's just like reserving your seat at a theater. You pick the property that you want to hunt on, which is the theater. Then you pick the seat that you want to sit in, which is the actual slot on the property. And you make your reservation in that slot for that day at a certain price. And, our slots run about 45 to 55 yards wide. So that way, whenever you come to the field, you'll know there won't be anybody in your space. It won't be overcrowded, and it won't have an unsafe hunt. And the best thing is you know right where you're going, because the mobile app will direct you right to your property and right to your slot.
Even if it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you're going to have assistance with that app to take you exactly where you need to be, right?
Well, absolutely. But the good thing is with this app, you don't have to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning. You can show up 15 minutes before daylight and know that your spot is reserved and no one else is going to be there.
Can I day lease? Do I need a season pass? How does that work?
Well, no, you can do either or. You can purchase a day lease, and that is just for that day, or you can purchase a season pass, which allows you to hunt on every one of the Dove Blasters properties for one charge, and you can hunt as many times as you want, both halves of the split.
And if I day lease, if I lease a pasture with you, let's say I'm in Chicago right now listening to this, but I'm going to be working in Dallas, Fort Worth in September. Dove season opens September 1st, and I want to go dove hunting for a day. All I have to do is check out Dove Blasters, reserve my field, get ready, and you are going to do all the scouting. You're going to know if there are doves around in the area or not. You're going to have me on a field that, it's not a forest. It's actually a place where it's huntable. These places are going to be checked out in advance of my arrival, and I'm going to have a spot that no one else can get in, or else the game warden's going to visit with them. That's a pretty good deal. Turnkey.
Yeah, it's a good deal, and we upped it a little bit this year. We scouted all of our properties with drones. So all the properties, you can see the property before you visit it, and we have drone footage on every one of them.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You've been busy.
You have no idea, Billy.
Let's talk a little bit about dove hunting. If I'm a first time dove hunter, let's go over the basics, because if you're not a dove hunter, you ought to be. It's just so much fun. The basics. Let's talk about camo. You got to hide yourself.
Yeah, it all depends. If it's later on in the season, most definitely. But the first couple of 3 days or something like that, these new birds coming in, I mean, I've seen guys stand up next to a white pickup truck and these birds fly right in their face. But as the time goes on, definitely you need the camo. And another good thing is you want to stay in the tree lines, and with the camo, you want to make sure you don't get shot, because these hunters, sometimes they'll swing around and you don't know where they are, but you need to stay on tree lines and definitely not walk out in the field, because if you are wearing camo, it not only makes it hard to see for the birds, but it makes you hard to see for the other hunters too.
Yep, that's exactly right. Got to be safe. Safety first, which is
Absolutely.
Another fine point of Dove Blasters. You guys make sure everybody's in a safe spot. Shiny stuff. After that opening day, these birds get educated in a hurry. If your wristwatch, your wedding ring, your whatever flashes, they're going to see it. Your eyeglasses, they're going to see you long before you see them. and they're not going to come within shotgun range. Take care of all the glaring stuff. And let those birds get up to you. I think the biggest mistake I see guys make, Dave, is they want to shoot that bird out there at 80 yards or so. If he's coming in, let him come, right?
Yeah, you're right. But, I always say, we're not on any bullet retention program, but, you always want, you always want the one shot, one kill. But, sometimes I don't know about other, hunting properties when it's crowded, but, you feel you have to take the shot quick before somebody else does. So that could lead to, just havoc out there. But if you got a bird coming in, take your time and lead the bird. If it's coming at you left or right, lead the bird and, take your time and make that shot. Don't just start swinging lead.
I made this mistake in Argentina. I got to Argentina. I had never seen that many doves in my life. And for the first 10 minutes, Dave, I didn't kill a bird because I was shooting amongst them instead of picking out a bird. When that bunch comes over, pick one bird, focus.
Oh yeah. We've got a funny saying out in the field. So if you hear one shot, it's dead. If you hear two shots, it's probably dead. If you hear three shots, it's a miss.
And that's the truth. That's the absolute truth. We're talking with David Gray, Dove Blasters. Let's talk about loads. 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 410, 28, shot size. What do you like?
Me personally, I like 7.5, and I shoot a 20 gauge just because I shoot a 20 gauge over and under, and with 7.5 shot full brass. Just because it reaches after a little bit further than the 8s. But 8 obviously will give you a bigger pattern. But, if you've been shooting for a while, I'd recommend 7.5s. And I've seen guys out there with a 410 just smoke me. Make me look like an amateur with a 410. And, they're crack shots.
Some of these dudes are really good and spend a lot of time on the range while we have to be in the office, Dave. That's the difference. That's what's going on there.
I know, dadgummit.
Hey, you mentioned full brass, and that's key. Don't buy cheap shells. Invest in good shells. Plenty of powder, plenty of punch.
Absolutely. Yeah, the low brass, if you're shooting an automatic, especially if you're shooting those low brass, there's a really good chance that thing's going to get jammed up in your gun, and then you miss a perfect opportunity. So I recommend high brass. It's not that much more than low brass, but whenever it comes to bird hunting like this, special occasions, especially with your family, don't cheap out and go for the cheaper shells. Get the high brass, the good quality shells, because you'll have a lot better kill ratio than you would without it.
When you shoot a bird, watch him fall. Watch him all the way to the ground, and
yes,
then
sir.
Keep your eyes on him and walk straight to him. Don't be tempted to shoot that next bird. Go get the one you've killed.
Well, that's easier said than done for me. but no, you are exactly right. If you shoot one, obviously look around, your surroundings, make sure it's okay to go get it, and then go get that one, because if you try and shoot two, you're going to end up losing both of them.
You are exactly right. Be safe, have a lot of fun, take a kid with you, and go dove hunting. I recommend you do it with the Dove Blasters if you're anywhere near the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. How can we get in touch with you, Dave?
Well, all you have to do is go to Google, do the old Google search. You can type in Dove Blasters, or you can just go to doveblasters.com, and all my information is right there.
Very good. David Gray, have a good season. Let's get together and shoot some doves this year.
That'd be great, Billy. Thank you, sir.
All right.